Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching KUTV Kenya. My good name is Karen Blessing. This is, of course, Art and Culture Monday. Thank you for keeping your comments coming. There are a lot of comments coming in from Facebook. You guys are amazing. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm going to be getting to them in just a bit. Right after this lounge, because our guest for lounge number 2 is already here. She's looking amazing. She's crowned. She is honestly looking fabulous. So I want us to get into that conversation to get to know her, what she does, what she's doing, what she's planning to do. So in just a bit, we want to get to dive right into that. Dorcas, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How is your Monday morning?
It's awesome. Yeah.
Do you usually, are you a Monday morning person? Ama you in a kuchenga?
I'm never a morning person.
To start with.
I'm not a morning person. Actually, I strain a lot to wake up, but at least I tried my best.
Exactly.
I always fight on.
Yes, and you are here. You are here, and you're here on time. So, makofi kwako.
Bravo.
Exactly. Bravo to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming to KUTV Kenya. Karibu sana. I want you to say hi to our audience. Tuambie wewe ni nani, unafanya nini, then we dive right in.
Good morning. I'm Dorcas Wangare. I am a model, a professional model, a high fashion model. Also, a masseuse and I'm a beautician.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, we are going to get into the details of you being a masseuse and a beautician.
Yeah.
But let's start from the very beginning. When did you get into modeling?
Well, I first started modeling in 2017, but I was not into it because you just wake up one day and feel like I want to do something about this modeling. But I'm passionate about it. I'd always had a passion in modeling. Yeah. Because number one, I was inspired by Miss World 2013. Yes. She came from a very humble background, whereby she didn't even have families. She was just all by herself. Yeah. And she started modeling. Yeah. I remember when I was watching her during the interviews that she was doing, the projects that she was doing, she did an amazing job. And I told myself, I can do this. Yeah. I can be someone in some years to come. And I started modeling in 2017, but mostly I was just doing it in my mirror because I was not sure about it. So I just used to model in our house and just doing this, wearing heels. But I was very, number one in modeling, you have to be very comfortable with your shoes because you have to wear like 7-inch, 6-inch, and it's not an easy job.
True.
I could fall down.
And to make it look easy.
Exactly. Yeah. So I could just walk on them in the house. I could just walk in the house every now and then. And I did once in a school. I was just trying, but it didn't go through. And after some time, I said, at some point people will tell you, modeling won't take you anywhere because you're not perfect at it. But I didn't give up. So in 2018, I started officially, and my first runway event was in Thika Road, I think. And the first time I was on the runway. And we were promised a lot of things. Yes. A lot of things, big promises were made, whereby at the end of the day, it was a shock. Yeah. And we did our thing, and we were given some clothes to wear, because actually they had told us that we were going to be given some clothes and shoes. And I was so happy because I'm going to receive these beautiful things and these beautiful clothes. And after the event, I don't want to say the names for security reasons and all that. After the event, after we did the runway, okay, I didn't win, by the way. Actually, I was not even near in winning. And then when we were finishing, I was asked at the backstage, because I was already given the clothes. And then the person who was holding the event, she came at the backstage and she told me, Dorcas, can I have your bag? And then I'm like, why? Then I gave her my bag, and then she told me, I wanted to see the clothes that you were given, and then we'll see about that. And she took all of them.
She actually took them back.
Yes. And imagine we were promised that we're going to get all of them. Yes. And then I'm like, even the shoes, yes, we're supposed to take everything. And then I'm like, why do you have to do this?
And even if they had to, they would have told you beforehand.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not a crime. They would have told you, we will give you clothes to model in, but those clothes after you are done, we are going to take
supposed
them
to
back.
return them back.
Yes, because now you can take back the fact that you modeled on that runway.
Exactly. And they're supposed to be mine.
Yes.
And then I was very disappointed. And I remember at the backstage I was just crying. And then another girl came and she just hugged me and told me, it is okay. Let them just have them because maybe they were not meant to be yours. Yeah. And I was very mad at them. And then when I was even going home, I told myself, I'll never go back to modeling again. If this is how people promise you things and then they take them back, it is not fair. And then I didn't give up. And I started doing it on and on and on. And one day when I was in college, I saw some ladies, they were training, they were just doing the catwalk, and I was just amazed. I remember I was supposed to have a class, and I was late for class because I was just admiring how they were walking on heels, very comfortable. And I admired that girl when I saw her. I don't even know her, but I just was watching how she was training them. And I was like, wow, I can do this. And I kept on pursuing so much. I've gone to different pageants, but I've never won because my first title, I won it in 2021. That was Miss Malkia Kiambu 2021. And I won first runners-up. That was amazing.
Yes, how was that experience for you? You know, having been there since 2018, 2019, 2020, you're still doing a couple of runways here and there. So that experience of winning the very first award, how did it make you feel?
Wow. I remember actually there was a different event that was to happen in 2020, but unfortunately it didn't happen due to COVID. And then I started going for competitions, that is interviews, auditions, I mean. And it was just amazing. So I went for Miss Malkia Kiambu in 2021. We were like, if I can recall very well, we were over 80 girls. We went for the auditions in what is this place called? I'm forgetting the name. We went for the auditions. And we were so many. And imagine they did the audition to all of us, 80 of us. And I managed to be among top, I think was it top 60 or top 50. And then we started the training in Gong Road. That was Shalom House. And I remember our coach, she's called Pinet Jowan. She was a coach for Miss World 2021 or 2022, in between. So she trained us. Like, I learned a lot through her. Because, at some point people think modeling is just walking. But tell you the truth, there is a lot in modeling. Because there is postures, you have to learn a lot of things about your body too, about also even watching what you are eating. So we just did the training, and there were so many girls. Some are even coming from Machakos for training from 9 a.m. in Gong Road. That was amazing. We did the training for almost 3 months. Every weekend. That was from Saturday and Sunday. And to tell you the truth, it wasn't that easy. It wasn't easy. Because out of 60 girls, we went down, there were people were being removed from the team. And I remember our coach was very strict. Very strict. Because imagine you come late. You do 200 squats with your heels on, and it's not a joke. So we had to be very serious about it. And because I was passionate about it, and I needed to do this, I had to try and do my best. And after almost 2 months, we went for up to 20. I was top 20. We continued until now, the last minute, I was up to top 10. Now we went for the coronation. When I say about coronation, it's about being crowned. Now this is the day of the event. And it was just amazing. We were just doing our best. I was nervous that day, by the way. So, but once you get to the runway, just do your best.
You do your thing. And
but I'll tell you the truth, the competition was stiff. I never even saw it coming. but we were from different counties.
Yeah.
So when we went for the final day, we just do our categories, and then now the final lap was now announcing the winner.
Yeah.
I never saw it. And then all of a sudden I'm just hearing my name, like, wow, I cried. And I was very emotional. It was something that I was not even expecting.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it was a very strong experience. And from that day, I became a different person.
Exactly.
I was not the same again.
Yeah.
Because one thing I always say that whenever you're passionate about something, work for it. Work hard for it. Don't give up. Keep on pushing.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Yes.
Despite the up and downs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, I like that. And now that opened doors to many other titles that you have had, including the shash that you are wearing.
Yeah.
You know, I like that. And we will get to that. We will get to the Miss Humanity Africa Kenya and talk about the other title that you won in the same year.
Yeah.
So I like that. So you moved on from Miss Malkia Kiambu.
Yeah.
Since then, after that, did you go on with your training, look for other opportunities, or what happened?
Yes, I continued with the training, but not often because also I was working.
Yeah.
You know, at that time I had pulled down from work a bit,
Yes.
but I was still working, but I had pulled a bit. So there were no other competition. I think I took like a couple of months.
Yeah.
That was 2021. After we finished, now we came to 2022.
Yeah.
There were some other competition. So, but I didn't join actually. So for the next one, I think it was in April. To tell you the truth, when I was going to contest for that one, someone had updated a status.
Yeah.
I'm always very keen because in modeling industry there are so many things that normally happen. You'll go, maybe at some point it's not even real.
Yeah.
You'll attend the audition, you are asked for registration, and then it won't happen.
Yes.
And you have to give that money.
You have
register.
already given the money.
It will never come back.
Yes.
So this person updated the status, and then I was like, actually I saved.
Yeah.
You see those people screenshot.
Thank you.
I saved the status.
Yes.
And it didn't even inquire from the person. But I wasn't even sure about it. But I told myself, they say, risk once.
Yes.
I boxed the number from the poster.
The poster.
And they told me, just send us your photo, your details, just like that.
Yes.
And I wasn't even nervous about it because at some point you might get, it was not even true.
Yeah.
And then I gave out my details, and after a month we were called for they created a WhatsApp group, and we never even did a training. It took like a couple of months. I think it was in Feb.
Yeah.
It took like several months before we got to the training. No, we didn't do the training. I was just doing training on my own, watching on YouTube. I love this girl from, I don't know if she was from which country, Katrina Gray. She won Miss World 2018. So I was just watching on YouTube, training myself in different things.
Yes.
And also, when in modeling, there is also Q&A.
Yes.
And that is one of the most challenging times of all being a model. There's no model who ever want to be that moment, because it's always very strict, and you've got to be asked several questions.
Yes.
Or a question that you're not even aware of it.
Yes. Does it depend though? Like, does it depend on the title of the modeling? Like this is Miss Humanity Africa. The other one was Miss Malkia Kiambu. The theme of the event. Are the question aligned? The question could be anything.
No.
So the questions are
just anything. You can just be asked anything.
Yes.
Like I remember there was a time I was asked who was the vice president of Uganda.
Yes.
And I didn't even know. You just say I don't know, because you might contradict yourself by you're setting no, you're not supposed to do that. If you don't know, just say you don't know.
You
proceed, and that is the worst thing ever.
Yes.
At least,
but then how do you prepare? Because now I am thinking, if the question is random as who is the vice president of Uganda, the next time you're thinking they are up there asking you about River Nile, like how do you prepare exactly?
You're always okay. At first, someone is always very nervous because you don't even know what the judge is going to ask you.
Yes.
So they just come up with anything. It might not even be anything about modeling. They just come up with anything. They ask you anything, just like that.
Yes.
So you just have to be preparing your mind.
Yes.
And be focused.
So it's to be very sharp on common knowledge.
Exactly.
That's
You're
what
not
that
supposed
is
to repeat yourself so much.
Yes.
Because when you repeat yourself, that is a failure.
Okay, I think we need a lesson. We need to sit down because I am thinking someone who is at home, they are thinking I am interested in the modeling career or in the modeling sector, but they are so green, like they are as green as I am right now. They don't know, like you have said, most people just think modeling is about catwalking.
True.
And I am sure, at least that I know that it is about much more than just how you can walk or your posture when you are walking. There is a lot more that goes into it. So for someone who is new, who is brand new, they want to get into the modeling career, what is like the first three things you'd like them to know?
Number one, confidence.
Yes.
Being confident with yourself. Number two, I'll say try your best to walk on your heels, because one thing most judges look, it's how you walk and your postures.
Yes.
First thing, learn to walk on heels, because when you walk on heels and you're falling down, but there at some point you'll see many things happening on the runway. Because I remember most of the times I've always been on the runway. So I happened to attend an event whereby I was just a guest. I wasn't modeling. To tell you the truth, I saw a lot. The things that we normally do. I couldn't judge them because I've been there. There is a lot that we do. Sometimes you forget where you're supposed to pose. Because you don't just walk.
True.
There is a way we pose. There's a way we walk. There's so many things. So I'll tell someone who want to be a model or who is aspiring to be a model. Learn to walk on heels. Be confident and keep on pushing. Watch YouTube, watch the former Miss World, Miss Universe. See what they do. Especially, and most of the time I'll say, when it comes to Q&A, be sharp. Do not repeat yourself. Be sharp, because that is number one that can make you pass. Because I remember when I was asked a question by the judges for the title that I won this year, I was sharp.
What was the question?
I was asked, why do I love myself? I can't remember what I was asked actually, but I remember I just said, no, I remember they asked me, describe yourself in 3 words. I said love, peace, and unity. That's what I said actually. So
it has to be think fast. By sharp you mean think fast, be very precise in your answers. Don't hesitate.
Don't hesitate.
So that is what you mean by saying be sharp.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I hope that you guys have learned a couple of things. You may just be planning to get into the modeling industry and you need to know a couple of these things. I want us to move along and talk about Miss Humanity Africa. What was this pageant about? What were they like? What was the theme of the pageant, and what roles come with you having that title?
Well, for Miss Humanity, actually, when I was contesting for Miss Africa Unite, it came along with Miss Humanity Africa. I won the title for Nigeria. Well, now this title is the one that I'm going to represent Kenya in Nigeria. That it comes in October. When you have this title, the first thing you do is give back to the society, like going to the children's home, giving food. Like I remember we did this with our team, the one that won, because for Miss Africa Unite I won first runners up. There was a queen, the person who won the main title. So I won 2 titles. That was first runners up Miss Africa Unite and Miss Humanity Africa 2022. So always give back to the society. There's a lot, you have to be active, because when you're not active, you get declowned, and you're declowned in public.
Yes.
The way you are crowned in public, you're being decrowned in public.
Yes.
Because if the team, if they see you're not active, they'll be like, we give this person this crown and they're not active.
Yes.
So you try your best, give back to the society, visit people, talk to people, and give back to the society. That's
so
the
main thing is giving back to the society.
Yes.
So just to get to the heart of this conversation, Miss Humanity Africa Kenya 2022 to give you the opportunity to go to Nigeria.
Yes.
So you're going to tell me what you're going to represent us, what category you're going to represent us as, and what does that come with? What responsibility does that come with when you go to Nigeria?
So when I'll be going to Nigeria, representing as Miss Humanity, it's all about humor.
Yes.
And if you don't have a heart of humor,
yes,
you cannot be with people, or you cannot give the best to the people. It's all about humanity.
Yes.
Being a person with a great heart. Because one thing I believe is that if you don't have a good heart, even people will not even recognize you. If you have a bad heart, people will not even be able to talk to you because they fear you. But if when you have a heart of humor, you give back, you give everything. So I'm going to represent Kenya as Miss Humanity Africa. And this is a very challenging moment, I can say, at some point, because it comes along with a lot. There's so much requirements, there's flights and all that and all that. And one thing I see is that I'm sponsoring myself in everything, because I know maybe the organization that I was modeling with, they'll do maybe the last part, but most of the things
you are the one.
I'm the one who is.
So does that mean you would need support from probably someone who's watching and they would like to support you as you head to Nigeria? Probably matters a flight ticket. Yes, then I think this is a point where you share your social media handles so that people can know where to get you at, and if someone is willing to support you, they can go ahead and do so.
Yeah, sure. So I can say maybe on my social media account, you can get me on Facebook, that is Doris Kari. On Instagram, that is Doris Kari 748. And also maybe someone would want to connect to me directly.
Yes.
They can support me through my contact. That is 0718 326 561. Maybe I repeat again.
Yes.
0718 326 561.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Dorcas, for being here. You have been truly like an inspiration. I've learned a couple of things that I didn't know. Sure. So as we close, I want you to big up your team. I know there are people you work with, there are people who closely support you. So this is your chance to actually tell them thank you for doing so.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank Babu.
Yeah.
He's been the one supporting us and doing this with us. I want to thank everyone who has been there for me. I won't even name them because there are so many. I'm so grateful for everything that you have done for me. For those who have always been there, so supportive. I want to also thank a friend of mine who connected me. His name is Brian. Thank you so much. I have no words but to say thank you for this opportunity. I'll say this is my first ever live interview. Yes. And I'm so grateful even for your blessings to have me. This has been amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It didn't seem like it. You're so composed. It's encouraging. It's amazing. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
All the best come October in Nigeria. All the best. Please go and bring those titles home.
Sure.
For all of us, we are here. We are supporting you. So please, guys, follow her on her social media handles. Uzuri, you can always inbox on Instagram, on Facebook, and then ask for her contact and be able to support her in any way that you can. That is a wrap for our lounge number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are amazing. So keep it. We still have about 40 minutes to go, and we have one more lounge. We have a spoken word artist that is supposed to be joining us shortly. So stick around for that. But right about now, we go for a short break.